Welcome to the forefront of transformation. MSP+OS launched with a promise. Today, we deliver on that promise. Every day, every project. We're not just consultants. We are creators, innovators, leaders. Our journey has just begun, but our impact resonates. Together, we've turned challenges into opportunities and visions into realities. Now, we're ready to take the next leap, to amplify our reach, to elevate our game. This is MSP+OS. Visionaries, unite. Innovators, ignite. Leaders, let's conquer the new era of IT solutions. The future isn't waiting, neither are we. The live stream starts now.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of MSP+OS Unplugged. My name's Adam Belansky, and I'm your host, guiding you through kind of everything that we're doing here at MSP+OS and understanding the systems, the people behind the scenes, and in turn, empowering our clients to get results, right? Today, we're going to shine a little light on the BMS systems consulting team, business management systems, and the visionary behind that is Matt Connolly, right? And under that leadership, Matt has really taken BMS, has grown it, the team, really driven results for our clients. And it's really kind of really been a pivotal, basically operational efficiency, those strategic, it's really been a big strategic asset for our organization, right? Partnering with our partners, helping, empower our clients to achieve their goals they're trying to do with, integrating systems, bringing them online, implementing the appropriate time frame. But beyond his role, Matt does, he's a little unique. I always like to say, like, he's Matthew McConaughey's son. So, we were doing some prep for this and some AI images came out and I was like, we'll compare it side by side and they look like brothers. So it's pretty awesome. But Matt I'm going to bring him on here. Matt, how you doing?
All right. Let's get it rolling.
It didn't even dawn on me. Even Matthew McConaughey is like my favorite character until somebody literally put a picture side by side. And I was like, yep, this is Matthew McConaughey's
Yeah,
brother.
I saw that photo come through in the chat. I was just laughing hysterically. It definitely it hit the nail on the head right there. So
Nice. So let's just dive into your journey for a bit. So Matt, you are director of BMS, right? And I'm just curious of what initially drew you to, in the technology space, where you're at today. So just tell me a little bit about your history.
yeah, well, just starting with like what really drew me to the technology space. I grew up, I was always into like video games and like trying to find like the Easter eggs inside of like the game. And like I really looked at it kind of like a puzzle. And then, just fast forwarding to when I actually like got out into the workforce, I was kind of just starting out in sales and looking out there trying to figure out what avenues to like really take and different approaches to make. And as I was just like working in the industry, it really kind of dawned on me like it's almost like a puzzle, trying to solve like the various aspects, putting the pieces together to really kind of hone in and make that efficiency happen. So really just kind of blossomed into a love for operations, which is weird to say, I guess. It's one of those things where not a lot of people like living in it, but I try to just break back the curtain and like take a look at it and really dive into those details there.
Yeah. So you've had a pretty lengthy career, right? And you've faced some challenges and celebrated some milestones, but kind of can you talk about like what really are some defining moments that really shaped your, approach to here of managing a team, but also, what drew you to MSP+OS?
Yeah, early on, I obviously have worked with Sean Lardo. He's a great mentor of mine, and he really challenged the way that I was looking at problems and like trying to figure out solutions, and really just kind of shaped the way that I would kind of looked at the different situations that we would run into. And that really just started to roll into more things that we were working together. And as far as like coming to MSPOS, I feel like just looking at all the companies you were bringing together here with Connect Strat, XMP2, Stack Advisors, SPG, we were really all working in different elements of the space, but now we've really united that front to have that end-to-end support for clients and really can just really take it to that next level to see like what efficiencies come out of it and make sure that everything is working together effectively.
Yeah, and so, I'm just curious of how your vision kind of aligns with the MSP plus OS mission, right? Because, it's a, 5 organizations come together is a lot.
Yeah.
And, I'm just curious of like it's a lot, but I'm just curious of like what your vision, how did that align?
Yeah, as far as like with my vision, you want to make sure that the technology is supporting the people in the process, so that way it's all, obviously working effectively. You want to make sure that you're minimizing that overhead. Anything that is like an administrative task, like how can you really reduce those areas? And at the end of the day, when I was early on just kind of looking at different problems that Sean and I were coming with different processes that we were working through, it really came down to like, hey, what are those minor tweaks that we can make to be 1% better? And really looking at the way that we come into the technology consulting is really just kind of see like where are those areas that we can be 1% better and make sure that the technology is supporting that process. A lot of times people will get a new PSA or a new CPQ or whatever it may be and just be excited about all the possibility it has. And sometimes, you lose track of the forest and the trees, and, you want to make sure to just kind of take that higher look at everything and ensure that the technology is supporting your process, because at the end of the day, that process that the team is going to have is what is defining them in the marketplace. That is what is going to set them out to really be an outstanding provider for their clients.
So, really, kind of your role as director, you have a team below you, and there's a framework that you kind of use, and so there's some core components and some objectives you try to achieve. You want to talk a little bit about that? Because I think it's really, really critical to understand kind of what we do in BMS, and that's the PSA consulting and so forth.
Yeah, absolutely. So I know you had Jameson on earlier in the week, and he was kind of talking about his 4 areas. When you look at vision, strategy, execution, and the impact of things, where BMS really resides is inside of that execution portion of it. Once you have essentially, you've established your vision, you have your strategy behind the scenes. Now, how are you going to execute on making sure that you reach that impact? So when we're looking at the system, we're really solving challenges with 3 core areas. So you have your people, your process, and your technology. So we really want to start out every engagement by understanding the people and process behind the scenes, really review what it is you're doing that the system needs to be supporting. And then we want to take a look at really planning those changes out, making sure that it is following best practices and really just reaching the operational efficiencies that you need to be achieving internally, because that's what's going to ultimately drive the bottom line there and make sure that you're bringing down your costs so you can just have more efficiencies with the team and obviously see more profits there. And really, that just allows businesses to make more decisions at the end of the day for hiring, bringing in new technologies, new solutions that they could be working with their clients on. So, just having that roadmap to really go through those 3 areas and align the technology with the process of the people is really just where the BMS is focusing and making sure that we can work with our clients daily on continually improving those areas in.
Nice. So day to day, your leadership really ensures the BMS team operates smoothly, right? Both utilizing the tool and managing the projects, right? Really efficiently. We've done hundreds of implementations, hundreds. And can you share maybe how you've navigated some challenges and maybe highlight a recent success story you've had?
Yeah, as far as navigating the challenges, a lot of times we uncover a lot of different areas. There's a lot of different situations that we'll run into that can obviously want to make us want to play in the gray. But really, when it all boils down, we're trying to again look at those efficiencies that we can establish and just make sure again the system is working for clients there. So I know one client that we've worked with in the past, they were really going back to that just excitement with ConnectWise, throwing band-aid solutions in there to get the system to really get it how they needed to operate. But what ended up happening is, this led to a lot of overhead with just administrative processes, steps that they were going to have to take with putting in additional data points, and really just bogged down the time that the team was spending on it. That obviously led to the team using it less, which led to, just improper data, improper reports, and just a lack of trust in like what they were seeing from the system there. So what we wanted to do is, again, put our methodologies in place and get the system to how they needed it to operate. And by doing so, we were able to really achieve some major milestones. They were able to get their reporting accuracy up to 100%. Ticket SLA was within 24 hours, which was amazing, because now you have clients not going wondering what is necessarily happening with their issues. And then also just, being able to reduce the amount of time they were spending in the system. On average, they were seeing about a 10 hours per week savings across the board. So, that is definitely a huge amount of time that they're able to give back to their team and just really establish a better work-life balance with their clients.
Yeah. So, can you talk a little bit about what are the common integrations, or what companies do we typically work with as far as like the software solutions? You want to talk a little bit about that, because there's a lot of integrations that we do today. What are the most common ones?
Yeah, there's there's definitely a lot. Whenever you look at the marketplace, there's just a whole array of solutions out there. And whenever we're working with clients, it really is about understanding their ecosystem. What different tools can we bring to the table to really, again, achieve those efficiencies that they're looking for. So some common ones, obviously QuickBooks integration, Avalara, a lot of financial different packet or accounting packages there that we're looking at integrating to. Other areas too, like CRMs, HubSpot, Salesforce. But even still, we really want to live at the heart of like the PSAs, the CPQs. So what we'll see, ConnectWise, we'll see Halo out there. So really what we're trying to do is make sure that we're involved in really all the different systems and be agnostic. So that way we can make sure that regardless of what system a client is using, we can really define that process behind the scenes with them and make sure that it is, again, able to support their teams then.
Yeah. So, okay. Can you talk a little bit, that the tech landscape is always evolving, right? And from your perspective, what are the kind of the trends you see on the horizon for business management systems, and how they might influence the strategies and support here for our client support here?
hmm Yeah, I think it kind of comes back to what I was saying there a little bit, like the ecosystems that clients are building for their solutions, the tool stacks that they're looking at. There's a lot, like, again, there's a lot of different options out there, but it also comes down to what is essentially playing nice together. So, there's a lot of opportunities that we're seeing with leveraging AI, machine learning, the Asio platform, Sidekick, just different ways that we could be really increasing those efficiencies. So really, again, just understanding like how all the components can work together and create that harmony of a technology tool stack to really support the business, and at the end of the day, just make sure that they can deliver the solutions to their clients too.
Matt, you've been really, really, really awesome. Today's conversation around just getting to know you. Is there any last pieces that maybe don't know about you? Do you do karaoke? Do you trick or treating in a certain costume? I don't even know.
I am in the market for a car, so I might have to go get a Lincoln. But no, other than that, no. I see Keith in the chat there. Big shout out to him. He's a great guy on the road too. But no, honestly, as far as like just hobbies and things that I do outside, it's all about, I love the 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 channel eco space, just because it's funny to see how many people, even though we're all so technology focused in the tech industry, really playing in all the tools and geeking out about like what it could potentially do. A lot of people in this space, and consider myself included, love to just be outdoors and be in nature, go on hikes, different, kind of escape the day to day that we're seeing like all the time. So, I'll definitely, anytime I'm traveling, I'm looking to try to get on a hiking trail or somewhere out there. So, just trying to explore and see different things there.
Yeah. Nice. Well, Keith wishes he could be able to meet you, so I know he'll
Yeah.
most likely do that at IT Nation Connect or Secure.
Yeah.
So Matt, it's been awesome. Really deep diving into the BMS systems, business management systems, and Matt, you're kind of the director of that. Not kind of, you are the director of our
I
BMS
hope.
team. You've brought a lot of experience and really kind of a great approach to not only drive our internal success, because there's been a lot of projects internally to manage and merge 5 organizations together to get them all on a single platform, but also empower our MSP clients too, right? To reach their strategic goals, their vision, so they can actually have an impact on their local markets. Thank you, Matt, for sharing your story a little bit, sharing kind of just your insights on kind of what fuels our success on our team. Next week on MSP Plus OS, actually April 11th, it's not next week, we're going to be with Nikki and really kind of get some good insights and connections from her around our accounting team. So don't miss our next episode. We will continue to explore our people and our services that make up MSP Plus OS and really continue to be the leader in the tech space. Until then, keep grinding, enjoy your weekend, and really take your vision and really write it out and see it through. Matt, any closing thoughts? Any last words?
No, honestly, just thanks for having me. I'm excited to, share my story. I'm looking forward to, you bringing more members of the team on, especially, I got to give a shout out to all the people on my team because, Brett talks about how this is a plane that we're flying that's on fire, and really they're the pilots that are keeping it like running steady. So huge shout out to that. And I'm looking forward to you bringing them on and just seeing more of these series here.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting. So yeah, we're gonna bring on the entire team. I want to just do each entire team and just have banter and just we'll talk about it. So awesome. So appreciate it. Thanks guys. Peace out. It's been awesome. Talk to you later.